This one looks quite familiar. This is the Phanteks X2, and today we're going to talk about, not about a case, of course, because we already covered that. We're going to talk about their Nexlink software and the Matrix 900. As you can see, this case got a refresh with this fabric on top, side, and the bottom part, where you have these individual LEDs that you can, well, kind of like a pixels, that you can edit through their software, which gives you loads of options. And when I say loads of options, we're going to break it down with their Nexlink software and the Matrix 900. So let's deep dive into that software and check out what you can actually do and how to customize it. Before we go into any details, what you can expect here is a fan control, which gives you an option to actually adjust everything through port 1, port 2, port 3, or you can basically synchronize everything. And then again, you have all the necessary information regarding your system status, CPU, GPU, hub ports, and of course updates. Then we have lighting control. Individual ports can be synchronized or individually selected, which gives you also another option to customize your PC. And then we go with the screen control. Now, as you can see right here at the top, you have the Matrix 900, and then you have these parts. Now, you have the preview, you have the layout library, you have the widget settings and widget library. So if we go with the original long form, which covers the whole bottom part where the power supply is, you have the first layout. Then what you could do is add text with time. Now, with this, you can add any type of text, you can adjust the time zone, and everything is quite straightforward and simple. Adjust the colors of the text, adjust the colors of the hours, and everything all together. Next in line is the actual hours, then we have the date, and finally we have the months, uneven days, even days, and stuff like that. Now, for the system data, you can go with CPU only, which shows you the whole screen and lights up entirely. Then you can go with CPU, which only shows the thermals, fan, RPMs, CPU, some additional idea. And when you go at the bottom, what you can do is also add CPU, GPU, and fan. This all can be modified when we're talking about color schemes to adjust it perfectly to your liking, as well as I did. I went with the whole orange inside and I placed the orange lettering here, so you can do that as well. Quite easy, quite straightforward. The only thing that I do have to say is when you're choosing the GPU, you do first need to click on the GPU and then select in the drop-down menu the actual GPU that you have. Here you have some other customizations that are possible, and basically what I forgot is when you want to apply something, you just have to press send to the screen. That's it. There's no philosophy in that, quite straightforward and simple. Then we have media. You have a straight line which can be adjusted. You can go in two-tone, you can go with RGB, you can go with literally anything. So you can set it up as you wish. You have these three crabs that are dancing throughout the whole screen, and you have three cats, and finally we have the stars. This is all possible to, in terms of adjustment, colors, individual body of the cat, crab, or stars. It's all up to you to do basically whatever you want. Now, forward we go with the creator. The Matrix one enables you to add any type of text and add some icons. Of course, adjust the text, background, and icon color as well. But when we go with the editor, and this is quite cool because in the editor, you can literally do whatever you want. You can draw the lines, you can create custom emojis, you can do whatever you want, of course, with adjusting the color scheme. And basically setting up the screen to your liking, to your preference, and that's it. Now, forward to that, we go with the layout library. So what we have here is the side panel is separated from the front panel, and here you have all the same widget library. So you can actually modify it separately, gives you more possibility to customize and to adjust it to your liking. Then on the third one, we have a three-part layout, which covers the side part in two segments, and then the front one in the third, which also kind of shrinks down some widgets, but then again, it gives you three spaces, three layouts to adjust individually. And finally, the fourth layout is the 4 versions of it. So what you can do is the first part of the screen goes into 2 segments. The second one is full size, and then the front one is also full size. This gives you loads of options. Then you can add CPU, GPU, time, date, or text, or those crabs or cats, whatever you want to do with it. It's simple as that. Now, to access the screen, and what you need to do is, you do have to connect it with USB 2.0 and SATA power directly to your power supply. But when we're talking about the Nexlink hub, you have to connect it with 2 SATA power, so basically 1 cable is enough from the power supply that has 4 connections, and you can daisy chain these 4 fans, 3 on the AIO and 1 at the rear, and then connect them directly to the Nexlink hub, and the 3 here in the power supply shroud that can also be connected directly to the Nexlink hub, and basically just gives you quite easy cable management first and foremost, because when you look at it at the back, it's really straightforward. Now, to synchronize everything to your motherboard, you can do that as well. You have from the Nexlink hub 2 cables running out, which one is PWM and the second one is 3-pin 5 volts addressable RGB header. That's it. Now, this is a cool thing, and I'm really digging it because it gives some sort of a special customization, personalization of the case, which doesn't have to be like this, right? You can really go, and you saw that in multiple close-ups and different angles, and specifically when we went through the software to give you an idea what you can actually do and how to modify it. The one thing that I do have to admit is that apart from the black gold version that I had of the X2, the fabric looks outstanding. This is, if you take out the display and just put the fabric here, it looks brilliant. It really does. And the same thing when we're talking about the placement of the components and playing around with cable management. It's really that simple and really straightforward as it was in the original X2. Now we have this screen with the fabric. You can really do wonders with it and customize it. If you're into this kind of stuff, if you really like the pixel art and I don't know, do whatever you want, you can. So guys, this was a Phanteks X2 MATRIX 900, which goes through the whole software Nexlink hub, and that's it. So guys, if you're aiming for this chassis with this type of design, the link is in the description below, so you can check out the price. I think it still might not be available because right now it's going to be released at CES, and you're going to have an opportunity to check it out there. But just to give you an idea, this is what you can expect, and it's quite cool. So guys, thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to click the like button and notification bell for future content, because we're in the new year and we're going to have loads of cool stuff this time. Thanks, bye bye.